Master Sergeant Davy Nathaniel Weaver, Georgia Army National Guard, 48th Infantry Brigade Combat Team. Master Sergeant Davy Nathaniel Weaver was born February 8, 1969, to Patsy Raybuck and Emery Weaver. Davy embraced order and authority at a young age. He became a Cub Scout, a Boy Scout, and eventually he attained the rank of Eagle Scout. A typical boy, Davy loved the outdoors, for he enjoyed playing golf and riding motorcycles, but he also played the saxophone and guitar and was a member of a band. In fact, Davy's love of music led him to try out for the Army Band. Unfortunately, he wasn't selected, but that tryout sparked his interest in the Army. Davy's favorite activity as a child was camping with his family. His mother recalled her son and his friends spending time in the woods behind their home building a fort. She never investigated their activity until a couple of years later. It was then that she discovered the boys had indeed built a huge fort. Patsy emphasized Davy had a passion for the Army. He signed up in the 11th grade and had been in the military ever since. Davy was a leader, not a follower. While he was deployed, Davy made sure he kept in contact with his wife, Kathy, and their 3 children. He called and wrote letters to them, explaining how much he cherished each of them. He also shared the good work he was doing and why it was so important that he fulfill his mission. Stories surfaced about Master Sergeant Weaver's commitment and compassion for the Afghan people. He distributed food and clothing to villagers who had very little, often spending time with the children. Sergeant Weaver was the epitome of a professional soldier. He had been involved in 2 improvised explosive device attacks less than 2 weeks apart, yet readily accepted any missions assigned to him. Davy loved NASCAR and was jokingly referred to as Boomhauer by his fellow teammates, a reference to a cartoon character known for his slow southern drawl. So great was Davy's passion to serve his country that despite being eligible to retire from the Army, he instead re-enlisted. Shortly after his decision, on May 18, 2008, Master Sergeant Davy Weaver was killed in combat. He was only 39 years old. This tribute, honoring Master Sergeant Davy Nathaniel Weaver, was made possible by the generosity of Terry Kinski.